Jack caught a small scorpion. He held its head to get its poison. When the poison was enough, he took out its teeth, then invented a syringe of vaccine. First of all, his lovely hunting dog received a certain amount of vaccination. Then the dog got fainted, but the smell of food woke him up. When he thought that it was time to get vaccinated, he injected himself. He then couldn't stand still and started throwing up. That means the poison was fighting against each other inside. Jack found that he was strong enough. He then silently came to the scorpion cage to attack them. Quickly a scorpion tail appeared. Jack hit it once, it got mad. His aim was to make them all appear. Finally, it actually appeared. It bit his thigh so hard. Then Jack cut its head off and removed its teeth out of his thigh. There were a lot of tooth marks on his thigh. On the back, his dog just kept looking at the mud and barking non-stop. He knew that there was another bigger scorpion behind. He hid himself in the mud to avoid its attack. Its roar was so disgusting. Then it threw him away. Jack truly got mad now. He held his dog by one arm. The other arm was holding a sharp knife sliding underneath the scorpion to cut its body. Every single organ of the scorpion fell down on the ground. It moved around and then died. Jack got used to living in wildlife pretty fast. This little hunting puppy was getting bigger and mature. One day, Jack saw a military base that was abandoned. He walked in to see if there were any valuable things, but there was just a weird food that the dog didn't even want to eat. Then Jack saw dark clouds coming closer to him. He saw a bunch of scorpions in the mud through the glasses. He knew that he couldn't stay here for so long. Finally, he pressed the emergency beacon actuator to make a signal to the earth. "I'm Jack. I'm a wanted criminal. You will earn a huge amount of money if you can catch me. Come here if you need some." A spacecraft came to check over. A group of people arrived with John as the leader. Then another group came with Connor as the leader. John quickly assumed that they came to compete against him for leverages, a camera, and a signal catcher. There were a lot of signal catcher around. Perhaps this was the first time that they have installed these machines, but they all were destroyed by Jack. Firstly, they sent his dog to come and steal a signal catching machine, then kept making noise on the ground to make a signal. The camera recorded the signal. John was mad, immediately turned the electrical power off. In order to change into another signal generator, John took another machine and left with his employee. After a few steps, his employee got stuck in an animal trap. His thigh was cut off. It was extremely painful. When he was screaming non-stop, he got stuck in another trap. Finally he died. John asked another employee to come over, but that employee didn't answer. Waiting for other two employees to come, there was just only a bunch of blood on the ground. The both started arguing. One said he knew for sure that he was not a good person. The other one just disappeared somehow. Actually, he got kidnapped by Jack. The next day, they still haven't seen Jack anywhere, just only found 3 dead bodies. John had to cooperate with Connor. Connor said they looked for Jack because of personal revenge. They needed to support each other to catch him and get some reward. In order to stop him from running away by boat, they made the same plan. Each team got a battery box and put it into a locker. Following this, Connor said Jack was used to live at night, so they needed to attack him at daytime. They found Jack's beloved dog. A blonde-haired girl holding a gun shot exactly right to the dog. Based on the dog's location, another man driving to a cage. This was the place that Jack was staying at, but suddenly there was a dark shadow. The soldiers were shooting at him continually, but it turned out that it was their missing teammate. Connor knew that they got trapped. Jack was a tricker. Connor went back to his base. There was a word on the closet, fair trade. The battery box was still there, but the propellant was stolen by Jack. Nobody could leave unless they traded. They were trying to catch Jack in every way. At that time, Jack's voice was on the radio. It turned out that they were in the same frequency. The system was intruded by Jack. More magically, Jack told them to look to the south. Then Jack was walking to them by himself. Both sides put their weapons down to talk. Guns were ready to shoot Jack. A bullet with anesthetic shot him. At that time, when John was about to take his gun out, Jack's dog flew over and crazily bit him. Then Jack got shot constantly. He couldn't stand anymore, fell down on the ground. John found his gun on the ground, kept shooting the dog to death. Jack was extremely pissed off staring at John. John also wanted to kill Jack, but he got stopped by Connor. They tied Jack up and interrogated him. "Did you kill Connor's son?" Jack was messing up with Connor for the whole night. That night, the monster finally came. John saw plenty of monsters coming through camera. A soldier was rushing to shoot constantly, which unintentionally killed his teammate on the other side of the wall. Jeremy found out that the glasses had been broken. Then he got took away by a monster. Everybody was seriously panicked. Jack said, "I can help you survive if you let me go. Otherwise, everybody has to die here." Connor agreed and was about to unlock. John put a knife on his head. Connor had to surrender. Jack kicked the knife away with one leg and kicked him with the other leg. When the knife fell on the ground, Jack kicked John one more time to kill him. A man on the back mumbled, "Should I let him go?" A group of people opened the door, constantly shooting the scorpions in the front. A soldier who got bit by a small scorpion has just passed away. Jack told everybody stop acting spontaneously. The entire team drove in the rain to get energy box. When they arrived, Jack found the energy box after digging. A muscular man has beaten Connor up. and was about to steal away the energy box from Jack. Unfortunately, he was not Jack's rival and immediately got defeated by Jack. Before he was dead, he kept shooting non-stop, and a wheel was flat because of it. The other wheel has been broken before, so they both had to walk. They were both shooting and fighting against the scorpion enemies. Finally they knocked down the biggest one. When Connor has just killed a scorpion, Jack got bit by another one and fell on the ground. It didn't look like he could help Jack, so he went back to his base, gave the propellant to his employee, and told them to rescue Jack. Jack was brought to a high place. There were a bunch of scorpion eyes down there. Jack was determined to kill every single scorpion. They were gradually coming. The only way he could do was climbing up to a higher place. Eventually, Connor came and killed them with magical bombs. The blonde-haired girl who was in love with Jack came back and supported. Jack told Connor that his son took an overdose of drug and died. They both smiled and gave up revenging. Alright, that's all for today. If you are interested in our videos, don't forget to press the like button and watch other videos.